boys. Så får ni lite följer här för det här.
Hello?
With
assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. You are not getting out of it that easy, boys. Heir of salvation, washed of his blood. Royce, you better answer me.
What time is it, Mama?
7 a.m. Him and the watchman said the morning coming, and also the night. If you inquire ye, return home.
Uh-huh.
Isaiah 21:12. What are you doing still laying up in bed at 7 o'clock in the morning? Are you suffering from a hangover? Were you up all night dancing and drinking and talking filth? Are you laid up with some harlot?
Oh, Mama,
Harlot! Harlot! Can you hear me, Harlot? It's time to get
Would
up.
you
Come
stop
on.
that? There ain't no harlot here. What do you want, Mama?
Well, I guess a mother can't call her useless son up and ask him how he's doing.
Well, why don't you ask me how I'm doing so I can go back to bed?
Because I ain't got time to hear about your problems. Listen, your Uncle Bud passed away this morning.
What'd he die of?
Stroke. Ain't no surprise there. He's been hanging on by a thread for years.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Now, you know what I'm sorry about? I'm sorry that he ain't never belonged to a church. And you know what that means.
Don't say it, Mama.
Roasting at the end of the pitchfork as we speak.
Mama, it's awful early.
Crying out for eternal torment.
Mama.
Flesh torn by demons.
How's Aunt Ray now? You know Aunt Raynell, the widow? How's she doing?
How do you think she's doing? Her husband just dropped dead at the breakfast table. Awful. She's doing awful, Royce.
So what do you want to do?
I want to go over there. We got to offer her some comfort, Christian counsel.
When do you want to go?
When do you think I want to go? Next month? Now, get your worthless self up and take me over there now.
Love you too, Mama.
Okay, Merlene. Well, I'm sure that won't be a problem. Now, there will probably be quite a bit of food there, so we'll be needing those long tables y'all had at the Crenshaw funeral and... Oh, really? Well, right now I'm assuming Ray Bud's mother and sister will be riding in the hearse with the body and will... Oh, I see. Well, what if one of us drove it? Ray Bud's a real good driver. Oh, of course, your insurance and all.
Just tell her we'll strap him on top of the Impala.
Oh no, honey, that was just the TV. Ray Bud, turn down that TV. I'm trying to make your daddy's funeral arrangements in here. I'm sorry, Marlene. Now, where were we? Yes, I know Cecil has to make a living, and I'm sure he's an excellent driver. All right, honey, well, I better get going. Ray Bud hasn't even had his breakfast yet. I'll see you later, and we'll work out the rest of the details then. Okay. Okay, thanks, Merlene.
What are you thanking her for?
Now, Ray Bud.
And what's my daddy doing down at Depew's anyway? The Turpins have always gone to the Pattersons.
Now, I thought that was sort of strange, too, but Depew's what your mama wanted.
Revenge, that's what it is, Lucille.
What are you talking about?
Cold-blooded revenge. After all these years, he's got me. He's got me by the throat.
Who's got you?
Cecil Depew. Don't you remember when he peed his pants in the 4th grade? P.U. Here comes Depew. I started it, and it followed him all the way through high school.
Ray, you've got to calm down, honey. I know this is a hard time, and I know how much you loved your daddy. Well, I loved him too. Him and your mama were always so sweet to me. Never failed to send me a card after each one of my miscarriages. And I remember how Daddy Bud would always write the same sweet thing. Better luck next time. Now, we're a family, and we're going to hang together. Speaking of family, your Aunt Marguerite called and volunteered to spend the night with your mama, and Junior, Suzanne, and the kids are going to stay here with us.
They are not staying here.
Ray Bud, he is your brother.
He's an idiot, Lucille. They can shack up down at the Motel 6 for all I care, but they are not staying here.
You know they can't afford a motel.
Is that my fault? Did I put a gun to his head and then tell him to mortgage his house to pay for that pipe dream of his?
He tried so hard, Ray.
Face it, Lucille, he's an idiot, and I'm not having him here.
They're sweet people, Ray. They've just had a little string of hard luck lately. Now, we'll talk about the rest of this tonight, but we're going to be late, and Clyde's called and said they got 3 transmissions backed up waiting for you. And Ray, we're not going to have any problems, are we?
No, Lucille, we're not going to have any problems.
How's she gonna go on? How's she gonna face life without Daddy Bud?
Okay.
I just don't know what I'm gonna sing. Of course, I just don't know how I'll get through it. I'll probably just fall down in a big pool of tears on the floor.
Well, maybe you could sing Jesus on the Cross.
That don't seem sad enough for a funeral. And you know it's gonna be sad sitting there thinking that your daddy died knowing we had to sell everything we owned and moved into that awful trailer just to pay off that big debt of yours.
Well, maybe you could set that to music, Suzanne.
I think I was just stating the facts, wasn't I? I mean, I loved your daddy too, Junior. He was like my own daddy. I'm the one who had to go crawl into him like a snake and beg for money for our children's shoes. I humbled myself. And you want to know why, Junior? For love. Now, I told you to quit kicking the back of my seat. I know you're hungry. I'm hungry too. Well, maybe if your daddy hadn't lost all our money.
That'll do, Suzanne.
You think I like working at Newberry's? You think I like slaving off to keep that wax section looking nice? I don't want to work. I have to. Now, you do that again, and I'm telling your daddy to pull this car over and throw you all out the road. Then what would you do? Starve. Go on, cry, you big babies.
Y'all know your mother was just kidding. She loves you.
We'll see who's kidding. Don't miss this turn. I just don't know how they expect me to get up there and sing.
Well, I'm sure you'll do your best.
My best? In order to do my best, I have to have confidence. I used to have confidence. I could have been a professional. I had talent. I could have married your cousin, Teddy Wayne, and been the wife of a professional lawyer. But no, I married a dreamer, a beautiful dreamer who goes on and wastes all our money on a big piece of machinery.
Pushing it.
Who wants their parking lots cleaned?
Oh, wow, you are really pushing it.
And of course, it came to you as a big surprise when you asked people if they wanted their parking lots cleaned and they laughed in your face.
I'm gonna kill us, Suzanne.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm gonna kill us! I'm gonna kill us!
Stop it!
Oh,
Stop
I'm gonna kill us! Shut up, Suzanne! Jesus, shut up! I've had it up to here with you. Oh my God, my daddy just died. Can you get that? Can you get that through that thick skull of yours? My daddy just died. I'm 35 years old. I'm dead broke, I've got 3 kids, and I've got no prospects, but worst of all, I'm married to you. So be quiet, and I swear if I hear one more word about parking lots or parking lot cleaners, I'm gonna kill you and me both.
Tense, so tense. Put that away. You know your daddy was just kidding. You know we love each other. Hey, buddy, spit that out. Don't take things off the floor. You don't know what kind of filth could be on it. Give me that. Junior,
What?
do you know what this is?
No.
A woman's earring.
It must be a blessing to have your daughter living with you at this time of bereavement.
I believe you met, yes it is. I believe you met my daughter Delightful.
Yes, I have. I know this must be a shock to you too, Delightful. How are you doing?
Okay.
Well, she sure is a blessing.
She's precious to me. Our youngest, sort of a surprise lady in life.
A comfort to you in your old age.
Yes, she is.
Well, see, sister, Brother Turpin was a regular member of the church. So I was wondering if you can give me something, a little information about him that I can add in his eulogy.
All right. Well, he was mean.
Mean.
Mean as a snake.
Okay.
And surly.
Sir.
Yes. Right, surly.
Right. Sir.
Yes.
Well, how long were you and Brother Turpin married?
39 years.
39 years.
39 long ones, Reverend.
Well, sister, it seems to me that Brother Turpin was a man close to the earth, a man of his own strength, a good neighbor, a good husband, and good father, a person you can always turn to in your time of need.
That's because you didn't know him too. He was old and sick. That man was mean and right and surly.
Well, sister, in my line of experience, it's best to remember the happier times.
Few and far between, Reverend.
I beg your pardon?
Bud and I were both raised in the church, but we were young and sort of drifted from the shore. Well, I started going back pretty regularly with Bud's sister Marguerite. And one night during a rivalry, preached by our Reverend Reese Campbell, our pastor for many years before you came, I got saved. Well, when I went home and announced it to Bud, he just about hit the ceiling. So I said to him, your mortal soul's in grave danger, buddy boy, and if you got a brain tanker, you go down there and get yourself saved. Well, he wasn't having any of it, so I said to him, that's the way you feel, mister? I'm cutting you off.
Well, sister, I believe I got all the information I need. I'm sure you have family coming over and all, so I'll just take my leave. Anything you want to add, Delight?
Well, I guess that about does it, Reverend.
I cannot believe you ran out of gas.
Well, I did.
I cannot believe it. Today of all days, Royce. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Yeah, Mama, I siphoned out that gas just so you and I could spend a little more time together.
You're a demon, Royce. You're the devil incarnate.
Look, don't get your knickers in a twist. I called Ray Bud, he'll be here as soon as he can. And believe you me, he can't get here soon enough to suit me.
So we're just gonna sit here.
Yep, that's the plan.
What are you gonna do, Royce? You can't just live on these unemployment checks. They're gonna run out at some point. Have you ever thought about that? About your future? Life is not just drinking and partying and loose women, okay? Life is not a good time.
And you're living proof of that.
You better shape up and fly right, boy. You're gonna be dancing on a bed of hot coals soon. You better make a plan and make it quick.
I got a plan.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, when them unemployment checks run out, I'm gonna marry a woman, have a child, and get on welfare.
That's your plan.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I just got one thing to say about that, Royce.
Yeah, what?
Oh, blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. matter. Of course it matters. Well, put them in a pine box?
Well, of course she doesn't. Corn dog, Mama Ray?
Thank you, Sue.
I thought the diplomat was awfully nice.
That one is nice.
Looks real sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, Junior.
Howdy.
How's Suzanne?
Oh, she's doing better. She just gets these headaches sometimes.
Oh, how awful. Corn dog, Junior?
Oh, thank you. So, y'all decide on anything yet?
No, Mama's just looking over a few models.
Well, y'all's just so nice. It's so hard to do. What do you think, Junior?
Well, I went down to the pews earlier today, and I told them we wanted the whole package. We're not skimping out on anything. We don't care how much it costs.
Well,
You know, he's our one and only daddy, and I don't think he'd do any less for any of us.
Ray, would you mind helping me in the kitchen for a second?
No, I believe I'd like to hear Junior's thoughts on the matter. What were you saying, Junior?
Well, I was just saying how Mama shouldn't worry about any of this. You know, money's no object.
Hello, Suzanne. How are you feeling, honey?
oh, a little bit better, I guess, Lucille. Do you have any clothes I can borrow? I couldn't touch my phone.
Oh, of course, baby. I'll be right back.
How are you feeling, Suzanne? A little better. I know what it's like to have something you love shrivel up and die right in front of you. It's just terrible.
Here you go, sweetie. I brought you two.
Thank you, honey, your comfort.
Well, you shouldn't be standing out here too long, precious. It'll make you feel better if you go back and lay down.
I really doubt it, Junior. Ooh, I think I dropped something.
Oh, here you go, honey. It looks like you lost one of your earrings.
Oh, this isn't one of my earrings. See, I would never wear something so cheap and tawdry looking. But I'll just hang on to it. Because it's probably somebody that I know. And maybe if I think about it long enough, I'll remember.
Honey, let's get you to bed before those kids get in.
Well, my vote's for the gentleman farmer.
Good, fine, gentleman farmer it is. Now, can we get on with the tombstone before we all drop dead?
Well, Aunt Marguerite, I believe you had some ideas on that.
Yes, I do. I figured it'd be nice if we put some scripture on it. Here's my first thoughts from Psalms chapter 6, verse 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave, who shall give thee thanks?
Well, Marguerite, that sort of has a sad feel to it. You got anything else?
Well, I'm sorry that you don't appreciate that. I personally thought it fit the bill just fine. But here's my second thought. It's from Ecclesiastes. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and God requireth that which is past.
Well, that one sure has a good ring to it.
Hold on a second now. Mama, for the price of Daddy's headstone, we get his name, date of birth, and date of departure. Anything else costs extra.
Well, how much extra?
Cecil says $2 a pop.
Well, that wouldn't amount to much.
Well, whatever it amounts to, it's going to amount to a sight more than you're kicking in, Junior.
Well, now what are you saying? Are you saying I'm not going to pay my fair share?
Well, who do you think's going to pay for it? You? Delightful? It's going to be me, you moron.
Now, hush, Ray.
Well, how much is that going to be coming to?
Well, I am glad you asked, buddy boy, because I've been keeping a tally. Have a look.
Well, it's not that much. And you know, Ray, pay you back once I'm back on my feet.
Oh my!
I'm sick and tired of you. Sit here with me for a second. All right. Do me a favor.
Yes, ma'am?
I need you to take this down and you can tell Cecil I want this on my husband's headstone. It's 12 letters, and I figure it ought to cover it. And I left you a little something in there for dancing. Now, Royce, this is only between you and me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Now, as I was running from brothers and sisters' house today, comforting and counseling, I asked myself a question. What is this thing we call life? Is it just an endless trail of wants, needs, desires? And why do we feel the need to unload on people? Why don't we just keep it to ourselves? Why do we feel the need for them to drive all the way to our house on the hottest day of the year? Let's remember here, friends, our time here is short, shorter than any of us can imagine. So, I want you to remember that. And that's it for today, folks. Stay tuned.
Got yourself something?
Yup.
Ooh-wee. Sure is hot out here. Hot, hot, hot.
Take the seat, Junior.
Appreciate it, right?
Think nothing of it.
Real sorry to hear about what happened with the last time y'all tried for a baby.
Thank you, Junior.
Heard that Lucille was all tore up about it.
I just wish she'd stop trying. This past time was the worst of all. We went and saw the doctor, and he told her that if she wanted a chance at keeping it, she would have to stay flat on her back and not move a muscle. She and I talked, and we decided we'd give it a shot. So I put Lucille to bed, and I ran to Rexall to get her prescriptions filled and a bed bag. Now, before I left her a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket in case she had to go while I was gone. Well, I guess it took me about 30 minutes to get there and back, but by the time I got home, I don't imagine I gotta tell you what happened.
Jeez, Ray, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Thought I had it bad.
Junior, it was a pathetic sight. I called the doctor and I told him what had happened, and he had told me to bring her there as quickly as I could. So I put Lucille in the car and I drove her down. Junior, it was awful. Me pushing her through that waiting room full of people, her sitting there screaming and crying, still holding that chicken bucket.